with Sandeep Reddy Vanga, you can't say.
You can't say, but what do you think?
He'll come up with something different.
Do you think it's possible?
Maybe there's an alien who looks like me. I hope he makes it more violent. Suddenly it went to such a level where I wasn't getting good offers and I didn't want to do those kind of films, but I ended up doing a few like that because you need to survive, you need to work. But that's the choices you make because of the situation you are in. But then I just look back and I say, that's cool now. You know, everybody goes through ups and downs. I've seen my dad, my brother, I've seen other actors in my industry going through bad phase. My mom met me after the showing and she said, "Aise role mat kiya kar?" She's crying. I said, "Ma, dekho, main aapke samne khada hu."
Hello everyone, I'm Radrani and welcome to Zoom Speak Easy. My guest today is so special and so courageous. He's been entertaining you for so many years. And one thing that I always think is so inspiring about him is that he always rises from the ashes and proves why you love him so much. Of course, I'm talking about the super talented Bobby Deol, and we exactly know why we are doing this. Thank you for doing this. Can you stop talking about animal?
I can't stop listening about it.
You can't stop listening about it. But congratulations.
I know.
It's a massive hit.
It is. I still am processing the fact that it's such a hit and I'm getting so much love and respect. I keep saying God has been kind. It's just an amazing journey of mine where, you know, I was totally kind of written off at one point of my career. No one considered me for any kind of parts, and then I had lost my self-belief. But then something changed in my mind and I realized if I have to be an example for my kids, I need to do something about it. I mean, yes, I had a lot of fans who still loved me, but the industry, somewhere, you know how it operates is that if you're good, if people want to see you, and if they believe that people want to see you, they'll work with you. And I gave up, and but then something snapped in my mind when I saw my kids wondering, you know, like, why is dad always home? That just made me realize that I have to set an example for my boys. And I just started working on myself and suddenly started believing in myself because I started telling that yes, I was a star once upon a time. I gave so many hits and I have something about me. My fans are still there, they exist. I just need to take care of myself and, you know, give that positive vibe to the world around me. So my self-belief started, I have so much self-belief in myself right now that I feel I can conquer the world. And that's how I started feeling. And so things just kept falling in place. OTT happened, which gave me an opportunity to do different characters, which I was trying so hard. I was trying to play things, do characters which were out of my comfort zone, you know. And again, I got Class of '83 and then Ashram, you know. Ashram was like, I never expected something like that at all, actually. I went to meet Prakash ji and he narrated the idea to me and he said, I thought he was going to offer me the police officer's role. But he ended up, he said, no, I want you to play the Nirala Baba. So I was like, what is this? I mean, he's just handing it into me in my hands, you know. And that changed a lot because it became again a cult show. It is so popular, so popular. It is the most highly watched web series till date in India. And so it gave me, my self-belief started becoming more and more stronger because the kind of reaction I got for that show, it was like, my brother always says, Ashram was like a Gadar for you on OTT platform.
Well said.
And then finally I got Animal. I mean, I did Love Hostel before that, which is again very challenging, again a negative shade. So it's just been, I've just been enjoying things what I'm doing and luckily I'm getting these kind of characters. So with Animal, I mean, Sandeep Reddy Vanga is a magician. He honestly has changed my life. And I was like so happy when he wanted to work with me. And I knew even if it was 15 days work, I knew the kind of director he is, he's going to give me a character which is going to be pretty strong. But I had to work on it. I mean, he told me I'll mute. I'm like, oh my God, okay, I want to be outside my comfort zone, but not this outside my comfort zone, you know. कि मैं बोल भी नहीं सकता. But that, and then I said to myself, Bob, what are you thinking, man? This is even more better for you, you know. It's giving you more an opportunity to really showcase what you're capable of. If you fail, you fail. But there's no guarantee that you'll never, I mean, I just gave my best to it. And now the film's out, and it's crazy. It's so crazy. It's like, I can't get over the way people reacting to me, the way people meet me, the way people come up to me, the amount of love they're showering on me. It has got me so overwhelmed that one day I was out and everybody has a video of me getting all emotional. It was tears of joy. It was something which you've tried so many years and waited for that moment to happen in your life, and then suddenly it happens, and everywhere I go, people just are giving me love from their heart. It's such honest love they're showering on me. So it's just beautiful.
But I'm so happy for you because I know that this journey hasn't been easy. Also, you're one of the most honest people in the industry, and you know that is very, very rare to find. I said you are courageous and you rise from the ashes like the phoenix, but it was almost that for you in different stages of your life, isn't it?
It has been. It has been. I mean, I guess I think my failures have taught me a lot. They say failures actually are lessons in your life. If you can understand and rise from there, it makes you a stronger person.
So on that note, I mean, I remember since we're talking about this, starting from your first film, Barsat, it almost didn't happen because Shekhar Kapoor was supposed to do it, right? It's come to think of it, became obviously a massive hit.
Yeah.
But even that started like that, right?
Yeah, I did. I mean, my first 6-7 years, it was like, wow. I had so many hits, but things suddenly started going wrong, so. I mean, it wasn't that bad, it was just slowing down. And suddenly it went to such a level where I wasn't getting good offers. And I didn't want to do those kind of films, but I ended up doing a few like that. Because you need to survive, you need to work. But that's the choices you make because of the situation you are in. And but then I just look back and I say, that's cool now. Everybody goes through ups and downs. I've seen my dad, my brother, I've seen other actors in my industry going through bad phase.
Yeah.
So it's just, there's always, it might be a dark, long tunnel, but the darker and longer the tunnel is, the brighter the light is at the end.
You'll of course have to talk about Abrar. You're giving me Abrar vibes with your whole shades on right now. Scary. Don't. It is scary. But like you said, you didn't have any dialogues. It was a 15-minute role in a 3-hour, 20-minute film. Please correct me if I get facts wrong at any point. And you came out of a film like that, and particularly about your character, with so much appreciation for what you were able to transform on screen. Because whether it's the fight sequences, whether it's the intensity that in different scenes that you have, there was a lot that people could analyze and say, like, he's back. How did you look at all of this analysis that went on, and what were you feeling when you were doing this character? Because I think it's transformative, right? You've never done something so dark, so disturbing. Also, you have just 15 minutes and you use absolutely every minute of it.
I guess I didn't look at myself as a villain in the film, because Abrar loses his grandfather in front of his eyes, who burns himself, and that shock takes away his voice. So he swears that he'll avenge his grandfather's death. And he's a very family-oriented man. He's a romantic, he has 3 wives. And he would kill for his family. So that was the thought that was there in my mind while playing it. So that's why when you see the character, you feel for the character, even though he's supposed to be the antagonist. And I think when we were shooting the fight sequence also, even Ranbir said that to me, we don't know who to sympathize with, So that's how I played the character. And I always play my characters with that feeling, Even when I did Love Hostel, it was a dark character, but I just play that way, I feel that way.
It becomes easier for you to play the character when you dissociate yourself completely and look at and try not to judge it, because
I don't judge the characters, because there are characters like this that exist in our society, in our world. And I'm just portraying different characters while I'm as an actor. So it's a challenge because you're not being yourself, you're being someone else. I don't look at the character as I'm not playing characters to prove a point or promote something. I'm playing a character because that's an actor's dream to play a different character.
Sure.
You know, that's what we live for as actors.
You know what's interesting is that you rightly said that आप हिंदी फिल्म हीरो प्ले करते करते आप खुद को एक ढांचे में डाल लेते हैं कि इतना चाहिए मुझे स्क्रीन टाइम, यही मेरा होना चाहिए. A lot of actors I've heard have things like I don't get beaten up on screen. I do the beating a lot. You are such an antithesis to all those stereotypes that we've heard and that we know some are true. And then I think it's helped you in this transformation as being just an actor completely. आप ना वो ego side हटा के what you've been able to achieve.
Because I don't feel insecure. I don't think about anything, but I believe in my director. And yes, at times the directors have let you down because they get manipulated by others. But I don't have any insecurities. I'm an actor, I'll do what I've been given. That's how I look at it.
Have you thought of if Abrar ka spin-off hota hai, uski backstory, have that conversation happened? Because there is so much curiosity about, this man is of course disturbing, but there is so much going on in his life.
Well, I just like to say that yes, when I did Love Hostel, they wanted a spin-off on my character Dagar, and it felt really good. That means people noticed my capabilities as an actor, and now it's happened for the second time in a bigger way. Because the magic of cinema is something else altogether. We all dream to be seen on the big silver screen, and it's happened for me, and I'm just grateful to God for that.
Listen, I mean, just in case, yes, a little bit of a spoiler, but we all know what happens to your character. Once who haven't seen the film, you all must go and see it. We know what happens to Abrar, right?
I mean, yeah, it's been out everywhere on social media.
Exactly, it's been out. So, I mean, but I think fans have hope. That pata nahi
I know.
kahin se.
I mean, I don't know.
I hear a lot of theories floating.
There are a lot of theories, yeah. My kids keep telling me they're thinking like this will happen, that will happen.
Which do you think is the most probable theory?
With Sandeep Reddy, Vanga, you can't say.
You can't say, but what do you think?
He'll come up with something different.
Do you think it's possible?
Maybe there's an alien who looks like me.
But do you think that's possible? Do you think it's somehow, even though you were absolutely brutally, you died, but do you think there's a possibility to bring Abrar back and into that animal park world?
This is Sandeep Reddy Vanga's world. He can create anything. That's how, when he works, he's got so much conviction that he can make anything happen and people will believe it.
I want to ask you something. I remember somewhere he had said that after Kabir Singh, this is going to be his most violent film. I hear someone saying that Animal Park, if that happens, which of course we saw the post-credit scene, we know that's going to happen, is going to be even more crazy. Do you believe that? What do you think? Because you're a part of the world, I want to know what your views on it are.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know the story, so I can't really
Sure,
give
but
an
I mean, like,
I hope he makes it more violent.
you really hope it makes it more
What do I say? I mean, he has to make it better than this one.
that
So
way.
how does he do it? It doesn't have to be more violent. It has to be more... I think the drama is what works in the film. If you really look at it, it's the drama.
Correct.
After a long time, there's a drama which has come out with such intensity. A crime drama you can call it, but it's a drama which happens very rarely in our industry.
But then let me ask you the pointed question then. Would you want Abrar to come back and then collaborate again with Ranbir?
I would love to come back.
You would, right?
I would.
Let's put it out there.
Okay.
But it's wonderful that आप लोग I mean promotions में देखा मैंने, there is a very, very beautiful bond that you and Ranbir have, and there's immense respect for each other as actors clearly, but also as friends. Like you all were sharing stories about parenting. You were the older person here giving him tips because you've been there, done that and stuff. और मुझे लगा वो दिखा मुझे कहीं पे.
Yeah, I guess, see, both of us are from the same background. We have families which are from the industry. Our families have gone through similar things, and he's a very family-oriented person. He is also very shy. He doesn't like to be in the media too much. So there's a lot of things that were so common, and then we love shopping.
You
we keep
do?
talking about shopping all the time.
What did you all talk about? What did you all shop? What do you want?
We just love shopping. We love clothes.
Shoes and stuff.
Shoes, clothes. I mean, there are a few brands which we like, which are common. So it was fun.
I'm sure parenting also. Now you all are older, na?
Parenting.
Still cool.
But parenting is all about, you learn on your own. You cannot be taught how to
Sure.
parent. I thought, seeing my parents, the way they brought me up, the mistakes they made, I won't make those mistakes. But I'm sure I've made some other mistakes, which my kids think that, okay, my parents, they made those mistakes, I won't make. And it's going to go on like that.
Well, it's wonderful. I would just say, I thought it was hilarious in Golf with Karan when you reacted. You were like, "Main chalu hu?" When Karanji's video come in.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all.
You went like, "Kya? Main?" Why did you say it with so much of like, what?
Because I was like surprised to hear my dad singing it on television like that.
But he explained it.
Because if it's coming from my father, then everybody will actually say yes, he's saying the truth. But yeah, I am a badmash.
I think also he said at some point that he feels like you are slightly more awkward to him in sharing things than Sunny is.
I think
that's respect
no,
also.
I think it's just that when I was growing up, it was a different scenario altogether. There was this respect you had to keep for your parents. You cannot go beyond certain things. With your mothers, you could still fight. You can still argue. Mothers are made like that, But fathers was always a little jijak rehti thi. Lekin I saw to that doesn't happen with me and my kids. And it's not my dad's fault because he grew up in that same kind of environment. But I'm a very broad-minded person,
Yes, you are.
I mean, I never stopped my wife from working. I never wanted to subdue her or make her feel less about herself. I said, I am whatever I am because my wife stood by me.
You're getting emotional, and I love that you said that.
No, it's not that. It's just that I'm so blessed.
But I'm very happy for you because when you see her in the outing together, there is so much mutual respect between the two of you, and I think that is beautiful. It's wonderful. Listen, you're giving all like hopes to people that love exists. We are almost giving up, in this generation, Bobby.
No, if you ask my wife, it's just, anyway, it's just.
We love you for that as well. But because you said that, I want to know, this has been quite a year for the Deols. Yeah. I was sitting here and you're getting emotional. I'm thinking of my last interview with Sunny, where he was getting a little emotional and said similar things about I never expected that they would give us this love. And he's always said that I feel that the Deols have not got their due in Bollywood. He's constantly told that to me in the interviews and when I meet him. And he said that you have not got the due. In my interview, he told me that I'm happy for him, but I feel like he's just so phenomenal and he deserves so much more. So I think this must be a very proud moment for him because, he said that in my interview.
Yes, it is a very proud moment for him, and yes, he loves me like his son. And I'm so proud of him. He waited for 22 years for his film to become a hit. And I've seen him all throughout those 22 years. But he's never ever stopped taking care of us. He's like that kind of a person. So it is definitely a phenomenal year. It's just been amazing. I thank God and my fans and my audiences for giving us so much love.
You spoke about your mother so warmly. How did she receive the film and the love that you're getting?
She loved it. She's so happy. All her friends have been calling that they want to meet me.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, that is. It happened to me when Ashram was released.
Oh, really?
Yeah. People went crazy. They wanted to meet me. But then the thing is, that's what it is. The magic of cinema is totally different. It is just completely different. It creates more vibe, more the intensity of the respect and the admiration or whatever is more. It's like multiplied completely.
Is it easy for them when they see you getting like battered on screen?
Obviously not. My mom met me after the showing and she said, "ऐसे रोल मत किया कर." She was crying. I said, "माँ देखो मैं आपके सामने खड़ा हूँ. मैं तो character play कर रहा था. कुछ हुआ तो नहीं मुझे." हाँ फिर भी, but she loved the film.
Of course.
And my chachi saw it. She loved it. And everybody loved it. It's like a unanimous thing. Everybody's loving it. That's why it's collecting so much on box office.
Do you feel similarly when you see your brother or your father on screen dying and stuff? Because
I do. More so now because when your parents start growing older, you just feel more about these things. You think about it more. And yes, it affects me. When I went to see Rocky Rani, I didn't know the story. When that happens with my dad, I just couldn't watch the film. So I've not seen the ending of the film.
So you just walked out?
Well, I just couldn't handle it.
Oh God. But it's strange coming to my last question, but of course it's Dharamji's birthday.
I know.
88, that man doesn't look...
In few hours.
In few hours. doesn't look any older than 30. I mean, here at least. I think he's the youngest still, no?
He is the youngest in heart-wise. He's full of life, full of energy, and he's so happy for me. I walked in today, and he says, "Sab, everyone's going crazy about you, beta." I said, "Yeah, Papa, I'm your son. That's why. That's why I'm getting so much love." He's so happy.
So now, of course, I have to come to the Lord Bobby Paru. You technically rule the internet. You know, it's so interesting right now is because you are now welcome to the cool side of the internet. You've seen the dark side in 2016 when you were so mercilessly trolled for the DJ thing, right? So we'll go there. I want to know from there to now, this internet love and the trajectory that it's taken, how do you look at it?
I just feel that, you know, as I said, self-belief, focus, discipline creates this energy about you. And when people start feeling it, you know, and I never let all that put me down. I mean, yeah, I went down for a few years, but I rose from there. I said to myself, people can say whatever they want. I know what I am.
And that wasn't even something that you were doing.
I was not even a DJ. I just went to an event. They made me stand behind the DJ council and wear that headphone and behave because they must have given some rubbish that he's a DJ. And obviously I was there and they would play my songs only.
And to now, how does the Lord feel about ruling the internet, Lord?
I'm just grateful to all these people who give me so much love and have titled me Lord. It's just amazing. To all my fans, to all the Bobbians out there, thank you so much for this love. It gives me so much strength.
We'll end it by, of course, an animal question. Like we all know, the box office doesn't seem to stop. We have a long way to go. But how was it for you to be in those scenes that people are talking about? The shirtless scene of you and Ranbir fighting. There is, I think, people going mad for other reasons as well, besides the fight.
No,
but let us talk about that,
you know,
and we'll end on that
I
note.
honestly agree with you about that. The fight sequences in our films have become very about bare body fights. A lot of that happens. But the way he created that whole sequence, the way he thought about it, Sandeep, he showed, like, his title is Animal, and there are these two animals fighting with each other. And it was so raw. And we were on a tarmac where there's nothing you could use to fight but your bare hands, you know. So, and the song that played with it, because he said that there's a romance. I mean, when I met him, he said, when the action happens, I'm going to have this song playing. I've never done that in an action sequence where there's a song playing and it's going with the moments of the fight sequence.
Yeah.
You know? It's something so beautiful. It's like, makes the scenes more deeper, more emotional, more, just, that's why people enjoyed it, you know.
Is that your favorite scene, or do you have something that you really enjoyed more?
I think there are a lot of
As an
scenes.
actor.
I like the scene between Anil Kapoor and Ranbir, the last scene, when he's trying to tell him to portray how he is and how he'll behave, him and him behaving. And it was such a long scene. And there was one more moment when Anil has been shot and he comes back for the first time and he walks into the room. They were not much spoken, but just the moment was beautiful.
Fantastic. On that note, to end it, your fans will want to know, you have a film with Surya. You have a film with Surya.
Yeah.
You have more South films as well that I know. And there are more projects I hear. So for your fans, tell us what is coming up, and for all of us to be more excited
See,
about.
all I can say, guys, is there are these stories that are out about what films I'm doing. Some of it is true, some of it is not. So when it's the right time, I will let you know what I'm doing.
But Surya wala film to sahi hai, sabko pata hai ab to. The one that you're doing with Surya.
मुझे नहीं पता.
It's that, okay, fine. You can't talk about it yet.
Look, we sign contracts with people. We can't speak.
So,
तू भी जानती है आजकल.
मैं जानती हूँ.
वही ना, मतलब.
मैंने कोशिश की, no, because I have
I'm doing
tried.
a film with Pavan Kalyan.
Yeah, that is well.
Hari Hara and Veera Mallu.
Okay, and that'll be fun. It's been fun.
It's kind of stalled right now.
Okay, but it's happening. I've tried. All his fans, you cannot tell me. I tried taking out more info for you, but he's given us how much ever we could. But thank you so much for chatting with me.
Thank you.
You've been very ill. You've been very, very gracious in doing this. Thank you for welcoming in your house. By the way, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And thank you so much.
Thank you.
You always be amazing. Thank you. Lots of love. Come. Is this nice? Let's do Abrar making do. You've been doing everywhere this, so let's do this now.
Okay.
I'll do. How do you do it? You do this, no? What do you this? I can't even do like yours. I'm sorry. This, no? This is your thing, no?
This is this.
Yes.
And there's this for you.
This for me. Thank you so much.